What up, chat? It's your boy Cal, and today we got the 1988 All-Star Game featuring your one and truly Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and many other stars. Y'all know I haven't saw none of this, so let's get it.
All-Star Game, the leading scorer in NBA history, one of the sport's all-time greats from the Los Angeles Lakers, 7-2. Clyde Drexler. Dangerous in the low post or
James
on the
Worthy.
break, playing in his third All-Star Game from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9" forward, James Worthy. And English.
Alex English.
And guard.
Pat
And
Riley.
now the Eastern teams.
Dang, they booing the East.
A versatile pivot man making his All-Star debut in a starting lineup for the
Glenn
Eastern
Rivers.
Conference.
That's Doc's real name?
At forward, a three-time most valuable player and All-Star each of his 9 seasons from the Boston Celtics, 6'9", Larry Bird.
6'9". I think they used to just try to shorten his height, bro. Ain't no way he's 6'9". He like 6'10", probably 6'11".
Seasons, the charismatic star of the Chicago Bulls, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
Mike Jeff, we back, baby. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know how we get.
Bill Oakes is the alternate. Underway.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And Larry Bird makes the first steal. Loops it in. And we may have had a problem with the clock as Jake O'Donnell goes over to the scorer's table.
The Clyde.
Who is he going to alley-oop to?
Nah.
But he's not here. I don't think Jordan could have gotten that one.
No. Hey. But a lot of the press corps could have.
And he low-key walked.
Do you think Minute could have gotten that one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We also had a buzzer sound, so we have a stoppage of play. And there's Larry Bird, the three-point shooter. And he said there's no question what he wants to do in this game. He says, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan and get him into the game and get the crowd into the game.
Yeah, he just feels that it's Michael's hometown, and he'd like to see Michael achieve that goal, the MVP. One thing that coaches have to do, and I think they'd emphasize before the game, is let's play very unselfishly, because what we have out here are great scorers on the court.
Man, everybody trying to hit that unselfish. Pass to
Play
the mic.
together and sacrifice a little bit on the court.
And y'all in Chicago?
You might see that early in the game.
And they go to the loop pass. It was short. Thomas going to Jordan. And here comes Fat Lever. Snubbed a year ago. He's an all-star now. So already we have a lot of shooters.
Fat
but see a
Lever.
little defensive.
Fat lever or fat lever? I used to hear fat lever. They call him lever?
And Magic Johnson said, I want to play Jordan.
They double team and on the pick and roll, Karl Malone gets the first basket of the ball game. And you saw a very fine look at Karl Malone in our pregame show. Lever is on Isaiah Thomas. Jordan guarded by Magic. He got free and missed the shot, and here's a 4-on-3 for the Western Stars.
Ooh, look at that shit.
Jordan makes the block to Wilkins, open court.
Yeah. Oh, he got Dominic too, and Bird. Oh, shit.
Hakeem comes back, and we've got an exciting start to this one. Olajuwon, the starting center. Malone is all home. And a block by Hakeem. He got a piece of the ball from behind.
He dribbling hard. Do that.
By Olajuwon.
Hey.
And if this pace continues, maybe we'll hit 200 or something.
Well, we'll see substitutions very quickly at this pace, but it's the nervous energy that's being worked off by the players.
I wonder what's the highest scored All-Star game ever.
East All-Stars are getting free inside.
Just good execution with their set offense.
Lafayette Lever. Malone outlets. And it's picked off by Akeem Olajuwon. And that's because they haven't been around to practice.
Chat, if somebody can do me a huge favor, y'all don't have to. But if you can find a double overtime game with Kobe and Wizards Mike, like the full game, that would be amazing. I've been trying to find that game. I cannot find that game, bro. I did see the game where Kobe dropped. I watched it already, bro. I don't know if it's worth watching again, but I watched the game where Kobe dropped 50, like 55 on Wizards Mike. That was just, that was hard to see, but Kobe was going off.
Here in Chicago for
English from Pat Lever. And that's a story that simply has not gone away. 2.5 minutes elapsed in the first period.
Now, we haven't seen Larry Bird get involved at all offensively for the East team.
He's posting up against Karl Malone now. Thomas, and a good switch. Malone is all over Isaiah Thomas. 1 second on the shot clock. Bird gets it off in time but misses. And here's another 4-on-2 break. And a foul called inside. Pat Riley said, look, if we ever have a problem, look for Lever or English, the Denver players. They're always on the wing.
Look at this guy, Jordan, come across and block the shot. You know, he's known as an offensive player, but right there shows you the defensive ability. Here's Lever swinging the basketball, looking inside, fine pass to English.
Lever makes the free throw. So Pat Lever, who was snubbed a year ago and leads the NBA in triple doubles. That's points, rebounds, and assists. He is only 6'3" and is one of the top rebounding guards in the league, if not the best. 3 minutes gone by. The West with the early margin. And a foul is called.
Who's better at rebounding, Fat Lever or Westbrook? Russ claimed the title as the best rebounding guard ever. I get it since he got the most. But what y'all think? Y'all saw all of this.
They played in that gym down in Houston, Texas. Here is Malone. Here's Olajuwon out of nowhere.
Oh, shit.
And a foul. Akeem Olajuwon, by the way, was the third highest vote getter of all the All-Stars. We know about Jordan and Magic Johnson over 1 million. It was Olajuwon who was third.
And there's Olajuwon beating Moses at his own game, getting to the offensive glass.
Larry Bird picked up the foul. And Olajuwon misses one, and the West lead is 4. Thomas trying to go the distance, loses it. Moses Malone gets it back. And Isaiah Thomas, you'll see this fella, this 40-year-old fella soon, Kareem, as the ball is knocked out of bounds, controlled by the West. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, by the way, was in a hotel room. He had a bad throat. They didn't think he was going to play, but he says he will. As will James Worthy, who's been bothered by tendonitis of the knee. 2 Lakers. Karl Malone wearing Pete Maravich's number, as you heard. Thomas, no foul. Lever comes out with it. Magic. No look pass to English.
Good board. Board. Oh yeah, Hakeem.
He is playing like terror so far.
Oh yeah, I like the physicality behind the back. Ooh, shit. Oh shit, Mike.
Right now, Mike Patel is down.
I see you, Mike. I see you, Mike.
The East team, because they're a little too cute out here with the basketball and handling it. And there's an example by Isaiah. He should have just pulled up and shot the open jump shot.
Nearly a steal by Magic, and Michael Jordan with 4. So Thomas and Jordan and Wilkins each with 4, and it's a 12-12 game.
You know, during the game, the coaches will try and read this ball game and see which players complement each other to have them ready for the 4th period.
Lever hits from outside. The improved Denver Nuggets. What a comeback they've had this year, and they've got 2 starters on this team in English and Lever.
And Lever's had to go to the 2-guard position for the Denver Nuggets with the addition of Michael Adams.
Jordan going baseline against Magic, and a foul is committed. You mentioned the story about the All-Star game a couple of years ago, Billy, and the story was during the slam dunk contest, Michael Jordan was real cool, and a lot of people thought that maybe he was cocky, and the feeling was he was frozen out in the game. And that story really hasn't gone away, although Isaiah Thomas, who was supposed to be part of that, denies it, and Jordan says, I never said it myself.
Yeah, and you remember the story that Magic and Larry Bird didn't get along many years ago as players, and now they're dear friends and do commercials together.
Hakeem, long range, and he's fouled with 6:45 remaining in the first period. An exciting start to this All-Star game, and we're dead even.
For your enjoyment.
That coach out there, Doug Moe, they'd have a pretty good situation in Denver.
You know, that's the way coaches should really be, shouldn't they? I mean, they're loose like that.
Oh, yeah, Doug's very loose. He's got an ulcer, high blood pressure. Other than that, he's doing great.
Here's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem. What ain't
regarded
you?
as the best center in the league. And I think the Rockets are a team on the move.
Yeah, I spoke to Hakeem before the game, and I said, Hakeem, how do you assess the trade, bringing Joe B. Carroll and Floyd to the ball club? And he feels they'll be a much better basketball team. He thinks they're better now, but they will even be better.
So does Pat Riley. Larry Bird.
That's a red miss.
Jordan misses inside and almost had a shot. Bird has yet to score in this ball game. Here's Magic Johnson.
Oh, hell no.
Showtime.
Isaiah back 3-on-2 east, and a foot block by Lever. And
Boy, Magic be jelly in that thing.
Second clock. And is he having fun?
Patrick Ewing and Doc Rivers.
Now watch Jordan on this play right there, going for this loose ball off the boards. What an athlete.
No cap.
6:20 remaining first period. And Doc Rivers is in the game, so is Patrick Ewing for the East All-Stars. So the first substitutions. Ball knocked away nearly, and Rivers is fouled going up. So a native Chicagoan, Glenn Doc Rivers, who plays for the coach Mike Fratello, is in the ball game. He said 5 years ago he sat in the same hotel here in Chicago and cried because he was not picked in the first round. So he's come full circle being an All-Star.
Well, he used it as motivation, and I think the players sitting at home that felt they deserved to be a playoff, to be in the All-Star game, should do the same thing to prove the fans and the coaches were wrong not selecting them. I think this will be a great boost to Glenn Rivers' confidence, because last year he struggled, as we know, during the course of the playoffs. And knowing that on today, that he is one of the top 24 players in the world, this has got to give Mike Fratello a great deal more of confidence in Glenn Rivers.
Damn, 2 free throws, Doc?
Karl Malone clears.
Fuck Karl Malone, weird
A
ass.
couple of years ago, he was injured. He's in there now. Jordan on Magic and Bird helping. Off Malone's hands.
Hey!
Magic to Olajuwon, and Magic is just that so far in this game. And Hakeem now with 8 points.
You know, one award. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson have won every conceivable award, but the one they both have now won is MVP in this All-Star game.
Hakeem gets a piece of that one. And Alex English. Karl Malone blocked inside by Dominique Wilkins. And they're going to say offensive interference against the West-East ball.
Pat Riley told me he taught that pass yesterday to Magic.
All right, here's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Kareem.
40, the oldest All-Star in history. He breaks his own mark. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13.
There were 6 players yesterday in the Legends game that are younger than a king. Than Abdul-Jabbar.
Jordan with 8, Olajuwon with 8 are the game's high scorers. 5 minutes remaining in the first. Offensive foul. And here they come. Danny Ainge, Charles Barkley, Kevin McHale.
Alvin Robertson for the West. Danny Ainge.
And for the West, Alvin Robertson, who was a starter the last 2 years, is in the ball game. So Mike Fratello with a wholesale change here.
Well, the one thing you want to do in the first half, coaching a game like this, is make sure everybody gets some minutes on the court.
Rivers, wild shot. Malone clears. Mark McGuire has come in as well. He's filling the lane. Bounce
Oh
pass
shit.
thrown from Magic.
Oh. Okay. You don't
Doc
even see
Rivers.
stuff like that no more.
And it's knocked away, still East ball. So the East with Barkley, Ewing, McHale, Ainge, and Rivers.
Let me see
Now,
that
the
one more
thing
time.
about this, notice the
Ooh.
backspin he puts on the pass so it will bounce properly for Malone to receive the pass.
Oh, whoa,
Danny
whoa,
Ainge
whoa,
missed the shot. Malone going for the loose ball. They're not playing this game so far like it's an exhibition.
No, there's pride. That's why these players excel in what they're doing, being professional basketball players. If they didn't have the pride, they wouldn't be all-stars.
Preach.
Barkley, way off.
There you go, Cap. There you go.
And Ewing stepped on the line. Billy, a lot of people think that in the beginning of the game, it's let's have a lot of fun, and when we get down to the end, it's crunch time. I think they're playing this game like it's crunch time now.
Yeah, they'll play all 48 minutes as hard as they possibly can.
Would have counted had it gone, and Magic will go to the stripe. 14 fouls against the East Stars, 3 against the West.
Magic Johnson, 2 shots.
The view from behind Mike Fratello and the Eastern bench. There's Fratello. Mike Fratello
Chat.
is only 5'6".
Did they let y'all smoke in the? I think they let y'all smoke in the arenas back then. I saw a video. I was watching in this Larry Bird video, like they was having cigarettes. Can't that affect the players though if the smoke come down there, bro? And you running, jogging. They probably don't be that smoked out, but still. Oh shit, Magic got the freaking dimes, bro. Yeah though, man. Uh, I know now you can only like drink. That's it. Yeah, cause smoking was people still smoke now, but smoking squares in public was a huge. Well, people still do it, but like in restaurants and other places, man, you used to be able to smoke a cigarette damn near anywhere. But it's kind of a good thing that you can't, cause there's people like me ain't really trying to breathe all that in for real.
4 boards so far, and we have just under 4 minutes to go in this first period.
Now, defensively, what the West is doing very well is doubling down.
Ainge hits the shot. That's tough to do, isn't it, when you haven't worked on this?
Yeah, it is, but every team in the league does some form of doubling teaming anytime the ball goes into the low post.
Ewing corrals Magic's miss.
Oh, okay, Doc.
The basket in the foul. Nifty play.
Hey.
You know, you see Glenn Rivers going to the basket. We have, 4 players from Chicago, Aguirre, Rivers, Cheeks, and Thomas, and they all do one thing and try to do it, and that's go to the basket. And the reason for that is when you're a young kid growing up in a windy city and you're out on that schoolyard, with the wind, you can't shoot the jump shots. So you must work at taking the ball as close to the basket as possible.
Magic gets a breather for the first time. He has 2 points and 5 assists and has been on every break, and Clyde Drexler is in. So is Xavier McDaniel.
McDaniels.
There are a lot of interchangeable parts on Pat Riley's club. They can maybe force some mismatch problems, can't they?
And that's
The
what he'll try
X-Man.
to do. Once they get everybody into the game and get them into the flow, he'll look to create those mismatches.
Well,
That's another mixtape I gotta watch. Xavier McDaniels. He was nice. He was nice. I don't know if there is any out there, but
Now the game changes, though, Dick, because now the East becomes the more physical team inside.
and you can see it right there as Ewing and McHale collapsed around Kareem. Ainge, 3-point danger. Ewing, double team, put it up anyway. And knocked out of bounds, it'll be West ball. So you're right, they've got Ewing, McHale, and Barkley. Those are 3 sturdy men up front and a smaller front line with Kareem, Mark, Aguirre, and McDaniel up the front court for the West.
So the
Kareem.
West has got to beat
Well,
the East with quickness,
Pat
try
down
to get
there.
out to the open court.
McDaniel with McHale right on him. Here's Charles, Sir Charles.
Go Chuck. Ah.
Called against the East.
Kevin McHale.
Kevin
Man.
McHale called for it.
1 minute. 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 1 minute.
He messing up Sir Charles Dimes.
You know, Barkley is such a unique player. Here's a guy, he's under 6'5". He led this league last year in rebounding. He has such phenomenal quickness and strength. I've never seen a player with those ingredients.
Alvin Robertson with a quick move to the hoop. Rivers knocked it away. Robertson made the team. A lot of people thought Dale Ellis should have made it, and he's the only member of the NBA top 10 scorers who are not here.
What? How is not? Well, hold on. We got X-Man in here, but we don't got Dale. How Dale not in here, man?
Sky hook. Thank you very much.
Hey, Kareem, you up next?
There's a guy who was in bed for 2 days.
Hey, chat. Kareem up next. Will up next. Pistol Pete. Damn, I probably will end up watching Pistol Pete very soon. I keep talking about Pistol Pete. Y'all know that's on the way. But man, you know how I went back. So I'm born in 2001. I'm 24. You know how we watching, like right here, this is 1988. This is 13 years before I was even a seed. You know what I'm saying? So imagine when we go back to the 70s, in the 60s. That's gonna be crazy, bro. That's gonna be crazy, bro. In a minute, the 60s gonna be like 100 years old. But I plan on doing all that on this channel, and I plan on gaming. I probably don't game until NBA The Run come out. If y'all don't know about NBA The Run, I know most of y'all is older, but I got a younger community too, man, that like to play games and stuff. Uh, I just can't post a 2K. 2K is just it's too mediocre. But The Run, it's a new like NBA Live, NBA Jam. It's like an NBA Street. It's one of those arcade type of games. It's 3-on-3. It's like NBA Street Home Court, but it's coming to PS5. I already signed up for the beta, and that mug should be dropping like in the summertime. So I ain't saying that's all I'm gonna be posting is NBA to run. But if I upload 3 times a day, y'all might see a video. You know what I'm saying? When that junk come out, man. See how that mug go. If it's trash, I ain't gonna play it for that long though, because NBA Playgrounds 2 was terrible. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to watch some NBA Jam gameplay, I will leave a link to it, at the end for y'all.
Not a bad game. You know, two teams I think that have played against each other once in a while, the Celtics and Lakers.
Aguirre missed the three. Ewing.
Pick it up. That's what Rick Pitino would have said to him. Pick it up and give it to the guard.
There's Larry Bird, who did not score when he was in there early. Drexler with a screen from Kareem.
That's a foul. Yeah.
Fought through the screen and fouled Clyde Drexler. So Bird on the bench, and so is Irvin Johnson.
Clyde Drexler shoots 2.
You know, Magic has his own all-star game in the summer. And he's running for 2 years now, and he gets the finest players in the league to go out there and play in L.A. And he's raised nearly $1 million to the United Negro College Fund.
It's going to become a staple, and it's really the best off-season all-star game around.
And everybody shows up for Magic.
Winding down to a minute to go in the first. Rivers. Doc Rivers with his second basket. Jordan leads the East with 8, and Karl Malone and Elijah Wan have 8. The West by 1, and Ewing. Finger roll doesn't go, and that would have given the East the first lead they've enjoyed.
Ooh.
McDaniel couldn't handle it.
Well, just a little too cute. Both teams handling the basketball.
Robertson.
And when you're in an all-star game, you're not familiar with each other. You don't know how each other's going to react in the open court situations. That's why you should keep it simple with your passing.
Only if Ainge caught the ball.
And he's on the line. 12 turnovers, and a lot of that is to expect because they're playing the up-tempo game both sides.
Up-tempo, and then not as familiar with each other. You know, just playing once a year maybe in an all-star game. It takes years to really develop that chemistry.
Danny Ainge. Rivers top of the key, or top of nearly the three-point line. And they're going to jump it with Xavier and Ainge. I think the defense of this game has really been the story so far on both sides. They're doubling, and they're all over the shooters.
Well, there's a great deal of pride with it, you know, because you have players out here that are considered offensive players. They want to prove that they can play all facets of the game. We see the West team. Anytime the ball goes inside, we see Charles Barkley trying to get cute and get in there for the jump ball. But we see that the West doubles down anytime that ball goes inside, trying to force the perimeter shot.
And it's a violation by the East team, and so the West will take over. To bring up to date, the West has Drexler and Alvin Robertson at guard, Aguirre, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Xavier McDaniel up front. 2 seconds remain in this first period, and a foul. Both teams in the penalty, so a bad foul pair will give chance to West to get 2 more.
Drexler, 2 chances.
Clyde Drexler is on the line, and you know, he plays for a team that always is playing catch-up against the Lakers in that Pacific Division.
And a team this year that has overcome so many injuries, starting out with Bowie being out for the year. Vandeweghe, he's being out, and Steve Johnson sitting on the bench, who was the All-Star center, voted to the All-Star team. He's out with a thumb which he just had operated on. What's happened is they have just been able to overcome this adversity by playing better team defense.
Charles Barkley misses at the buzzer. Well, here we are.
Do we got commercials? Nope.
Here we are in Chicago. Same 5 in there for the West, and traveling called against the East, and so we have Alvin Robertson and Clyde
Money Mike
in guard, and Xavier McDaniel and Kareem and Aguirre up front.
You know, I look at Kareem and I realize I played with him in an All-Star game. I coached an All-Star game with him, and now I'm announcing when he's playing there.
Clyde Drexler hits the shot. He's a phenomenon. Wilkins guarded by Xavier McDaniel. They look to isolate him for the moment. And Wilkins throws up a wild shot, 2-on-1. Aguirre finds the X-Man. Good hustle in there by Ewing, but it's still the West ball, and a couple of Lakers, Worthy and Magic, cheering on from the bench.
Now, one of the problems you have coming into an All-Star game as an offensive player, and you're asked, okay, to blend in, is the offense.
One thing I like, bro, about the old gen, all y'all got competitive juices. All y'all are competitive. At least most of y'all are. Ooh, behind the back. Oh, dimes. Hey. Doc trying to put on for Chicago. I see you, Doc. But, man, one thing I do, I love, bro, like, who is that? That ain't Tim. That dude look like Tim Duncan, but that's not Tim. This is so old. All-Star debuts. Danny Ainge first, Doc first, Brad first, Donaldson, Lever, Malone, X-Man. All right, but anyway, man, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Sorry for my profanity. Try not to swear too much, but you know, it happens sometimes. He looked like Tim Duncan, but you know, side profile, I thought that was Tim, but that's not Tim because it's 1988. But yeah, y'all competitive. All-Star games, 3-point contest, dunk contest. Y'all know how it be, bro. These cats, bro. Y'all know how it is, man, in the 2020s. The competitive juices is only there in the playoffs. That's it. Events, you might as well kiss that goodbye. And we had last All-Star, so 2026 All-Star game was pretty competitive because they was trying to prove that they can, you know, go back and forth a little bit, I guess. But I would not be surprised if it's right back trash next year. You know what I'm saying? Just how it is, bro.
Rivers, he has been effective off the bench for the East.
Well, right there, he passed to a teammate, someone he knows very well, and what they can do in that situation.
East on the run again, trailing by 4.
Ooh, He
And there's
gliding.
McDaniel 4-on-2
Back.
for the
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Backcourt. Backcourt.
and
Yes.
a backcourt violation. Turns it over.
And here's that fast break. You know, who do you go defend against?
Oh.
Donaldson, Jordan or Wilkins? He made the
Ooh.
wrong decision.
Magic Johnson returns to the game, and Maurice
Imagine if Mike played with. Oh my God, bruh.
Cheeks makes his first appearance. Cheeks, the veteran of the
Mike
76ers.
and Dominique.
Off the screen, and Magic, Jordan, and he's fouled. And Clyde Drexler committing the foul.
Second team foul.
No, Magic back to do his stuff. He scored 2 points, but dished off 5 in his earlier stint.
The thing about Mike, no matter who he play with, I even let me. This is a good good thing right here. I feel like no matter who Mike play with, he will always be first option. Now, I've heard some scenarios where people say if Mike played with Shaq, Shaq would be first option because he's the big man and he always will have the mismatches down there. But you gotta think about hack a Shaq. You can't hack Mike. He gonna make his free throws. So yeah, there we go.
That was Moses Malone with the ice. Michael Jordan has a game high of 10 points after those free throws. And the West lead is 34-32. Cheeks is guarding Drexler giving up a lot of inches there.
Ooh,
Daniel misses, and tearing
good
the ball
boy.
away is Dominique.
Hit Bird. Dominique.
Have control. And James Worthy.
Oh,
whose body was
Dominique.
tendonitis on
That's
the knee. McDaniel inside. Doherty the rebound after nearly blocking it from behind.
Oh yeah, Bird.
Bird
Ah,
looking for his first
that's
points.
foul. That's foul.
And a foul is called against the West.
And this is when Bird already got his 2 chips in 84 and 87, right? Well, 84, 86. Wait, don't Bird. How many rings Bird got? Dude, he got 3. I swear he got 3, right? You know what? Let's go look it up. How many rings does Bird have? 3. Oh, he won 81? He did? I'm not gonna look nothing else up because I could just find out by watching videos.
Athletic ability.
Larry Bird still cold. He was hot yesterday, though, for the 12,500, wasn't he?
That's what he was after.
Magic.
Mm.
And there's McDaniel. Tough defense inside. It's not easy when you get the ball inside. Not automatic. No look pass.
Ooh.
Goaltending called, and it was Michael Jordan who made the feed. A couple of former Tar Heels.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. We got James Worthy, who played with Michael Jordan down there at Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Brad Doherty, as you mentioned.
And another guy who's sitting next to me.
Don't put me in their class.
And a loose ball foul.
Loose ball foul.
Worthy coming. Doherty did not see James Worthy coming out of the off the blind side. If he did, he probably would have tried to dunk it.
Karl Malone back in the ball game for the West All-Stars.
You know, it's been very surprising how low the scoring is so far in this ball game. Most cases, it's a lot higher.
Inside from Cheeks. And I think it's because of the defense, not so much because of teams missing shots, because they're trying a lot of shots, a lot of attempted.
A lot good defense, and in a lot of cases, pretty poor ball handling.
Out of bounds. The East on that basket by Wilkins took the lead for the first time in this game. The West had been in charge. And there is Fat Lever replacing Drexler for the West. Worthy trying to post up Wilkins, but Wilkins pushed him away from the hoop. Cheeks. Jordan.
Hey.
It was Jordan to Doherty, and now it goes the other way. And the East now up by 4.
Ooh. Hey.
And Jakes caught a foul inside against the Eastern All-Stars.
Let me tell you, these officials are having a tough time keeping up with the tempo of this game. Now look at the passing. Oh, Brad Doherty right there shows you why he's the #1 center passing-wise in the NBA.
We haven't given you personal fouls. When they start to get into foul trouble, we'll let you know. But that's not the key numbers to give you here. Jordan staying with Magic Johnson. Worthy. It counts, and the foul. A familiar move by James Worthy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we see right there what James was doing is he was taking his time reading if there was going to be a double team. Was Jordan going to come down and double team? He didn't, so he took it strong to the middle.
Jordan's foul, his second, and the only member of the East team, along with Rivers, to have 2 fouls. It converts a 3-point. Jordan setting a screen for Larry Bird. Against Lever.
Oh, no. He is cooking.
He's not being a
Oh,
very
my
gracious
goodness.
host to this West Ball club.
Mike.
Isolating Worthy against Wilkins. And Doherty came around to help. Bird.
Oh, there go Bird hustling.
Can't save it.
Did you see Worthy trying to shoot the ball, lying flat on his back? Now here's that
This is
penetration,
crazy.
the movement of Michael Jordan. I don't know what you do to stop him.
That's crazy.
Lever buries one. That was a legitimate 360 by Michael Jordan on that replay. The East trailing most of this game until the last few minutes, have a 2-point lead. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the half. Timeout. Everyone has played in this game.
This is a good All-Star game too. Now All-Star games used to be competitive back then, but it be some I done seen one team then blew out the other. So I love when they back and forth. It makes it interesting.
Balance on the West, where Malone and Olajuwon have 8, and Pat Lever and Drexler have 6.
Now we see that front line that was so effective for the West with Olajuwon and Karl Malone.
Pick and roll inside. They got it inside to Akeem Olajuwon, who was a force early in the ball game, and he'll go to the line.
Well, on that play, what Worthy did is he just curled around the screen set by Olajuwon and realized that the way the defense played it, that Olajuwon was wide open and found him for that, well, found him for the possible dunk, but he did get fouled.
Clyde Drexler. He said, you know, well, the thing about the Lakers is that they've got, with all the great stars, they have Michael Thompson coming off the bench. He says, once upon a time, he was the nucleus of our team in Portland.
That just tells you how strong the Lakers are.
Doherty inside working against Malone. Knocked away by Akeem, and Wilkins winds up beyond the photons. Isaiah Thomas coming back in the ball game for the East. Cheeks goes out, and Moses Malone will be checking in.
Thomas back, please.
Halftime, we'll have a look at yesterday's exciting activities. The 3-point shootout and the slam dunk contest. Magic's pass to Malone. Thrown away, and Moses Malone back in the ball game. Interestingly, Billy, Moses Malone and Larry Bird are scoreless so far in this game.
Both players had the ability, though, to help their ball club in other ways. Bird by passing the ball and Moses on the boards.
Dominique Wilkins got inside, a foul against the West. And it's Akeem Olajuwon with his second personal foul.
Dominique, 2 shots.
Fratello and Larry Bird, and Fratello's main man on the line, and Dominique Wilkins. And, of course, he is really the main scoring force of the Hawks.
Well, he is, and what he's been able to develop, I think, more so this year than any year, is that leadership quality. You know, he has the ability to say, hey, let's go, guys, let's get down to work, and he's the one doing it defensively or on the boards, not just scoring.
Lever, he's been maybe the most effective outside shooter in the ball game. He's got 8. The East leads by 2, 44-42. 5:40 remaining. Michael Jordan.
Oh, yes. Good shot, Mike.
That's a tough matchup for Lever trying to contest Michael Jordan in the low post.
Oh, good D, Mike.
Spun it away from the mailman.
Oh, yeah, Mike.
Jordan has 18 points.
What?
Malone misses, and the other Malone, Moses. Bird, and Larry Bird scores his first point of the game.
I think the West needs a little timeout to reorganize. They're just not in sync.
20-second timeout.
And Chuck about to get in.
Now this is something Doug Collins coaches the
Give me that
Chicago
shit.
Bulls players to do, to try and come from the rear to block the shots of the bigger players.
He leads the NBA in steals.
Hey.
Anything he can't do. Central Division. They have been the strong division, and you can see games over 500 really indicates it all. And right now, all 6 teams would be going to the playoffs in that division.
And it's a topsy-turvy division. You know, you look at Atlanta, Detroit, you know, who's going to win that division? You know, a couple weeks ago, Cleveland was in last place. Now, you know, all these teams are really vying for position as we go into the second half of the season.
And the Chicago Bulls, let's not forget them. They got off to that great start, then they cooled off, and now they're tied with the Pistons, 3 games behind Atlanta.
And they released, you know, Artis Gilmore, and now
D,
playing
Bird.
a much smaller team.
Wilkins. Foul. And it was Jordan who shuffled the ball to Wilkins. And so the quickness of the East team is apparent right now. They've got a bunch of quick people in Jordan, Thomas, and Wilkins.
And this is Larry Bird's 4th steal. Look at him coming from the weak side. You know what? He knew what Olajuwon likes to do in that situation and just anticipated. He's such a smart basketball player out there, especially defensively.
Michael Jordan goes to the bench with 18 points, the game-high scorer. McHale is in along with Danny Ainge. So there are 2 Celtics and make it 2. Yeah, the Larry Bird went out of the ball game. So there are 2 Celtics in Ainge and McHale. Nice save by Karl Malone. Lever. Ainge to Thomas.
Yeah.
And he'll call the travel against Isaiah Thomas.
Charles Barkley checks back in for Dominique Wilkins.
Charles Barkley replaces Dominique Wilkins for the East Stars. Wilkins goes out with 13.
The All-Star game is always a game of streaks. You know, as many times as you've done this game, Dick, you know, there's 15-point runs, and then the other team will come back.
Hey.
Olajuwon. And we've kind of had streaks, but no real big streaks. They've been mini streaks so far in this game. The East, though, with a 7-point lead. At one time, they were trailing by 8.
Back up.
Illegal defense called against the West.
Karl Malone, first violation warning, new 24 seconds.
Now watch Olajuwon coming from the weak side, getting to the offensive boards. And if you don't have a body on him when the shot goes up, you're in trouble.
Isaiah Thomas tries to loop it over the big men. And Moses Malone is there for his first basket of the game. And Larry Bird getting a breather. Bird has scored just 2. But as you said, he's done other things, and the East is forged in front.
Well, one thing in an all-star game like this, both coaches would like to have Larry Bird handling the ball as much as possible and Magic Johnson on the West handling the ball as much as he can. Because they make the right decisions.
West with Alex English and Lever.
I want to watch some ABA basketball one day. I ain't never like saw how it ever like turned out.
Not so for the East. Alex English.
Oh, I got an idea.
He can't run very well, doesn't jump, but he's been an all-star for what, 7 years now.
Thomas came back with a bucket. Magic scoop doesn't happen. And Danny Ainge draws the foul going in, and a chance to give the East an 11-point lead.
The foul on Hakeem Olajuwon, his third.
There's a slew of Atlanta coaches.
One of the things, Brendan Suhr on the right, what he's trying to do is keep track in the first half of the minutes that every player is playing to make sure that they're fair and that they allow these all-stars the opportunity to showcase their talents.
Hakeem Olajuwon has picked up his 3rd personal foul, and that will bring in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So Olajuwon goes out having scored 12 points and the high scorer for the West. who went from a singles hitter with the Toronto Blue Jays to a 3-point home run king in the NBA.
What? Danny Ainge played baseball? He played baseball?
He hit a 3-pointer in 23 consecutive games this year.
That's a record. Lever. Matt Lever with 10. Isaiah against his friend Magic. Ainge. Good pass to Moses Malone on a push inside.
That's just beautiful basketball and just unselfish basketball by the East.
And Danny Ainge, his first time in this great classic.
They playing that crack.
And Danny Ainge makes it right there. Let's go back in the career of Danny Ainge.
You know, the fans who have come to Chicago for All-Star Weekend are indeed in basketball heaven. So coming up on the Prudential at the Half, we'll relive the games surrounding the game. All-Star Saturday's events, the Legends Classic, long-distance shootout, and it was an unbelievable slam dunk contest. I can't hype it any better.
Yeah, that dunk contest was
and
fire.
if you thought Frank Layden could only coach and tell jokes, you're wrong. Well, you can be the judge as Frank chronicles All-Star Weekend for us. All that and a little more at a familiar place, the Prudential at the Half. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you very much, Pat. And Moses Malone is on the line, and he's playing for a coach who has revived the Washington Bullets, Wes Unseld. He told me, he says he's basically made us more aggressive, taking the challenge against the man against you, and whatever it's been, it's helped the Bullets.
It has, and you know, when you make a lot of changes, as the Bullets did this year with Bernard King and making other trades, you never know how long it's going to take for a group to come together and develop that chemistry.
He missed both free throws.
Bernard King. I need to watch some Bernard King.
Magic overthrew Kareem, who wasn't.
That's one person I never saw for real.
Magic has been out of sync, you know, in this second period in his passing.
His name always a
2.5
conversation.
remaining in the first half. There's Barkley, and English is on Barkley. He wants to be isolated against the thinner English. There it is.
There you go, Sir Charles.
English goes around Barkley the other way. And Kareem.
2 minutes left in the half.
Several chances for the West, and they still have the ball with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The West Stars dominated early, had an 8-point lead, but the second period has been controlled by the East. They had a 10-point lead, and that's what they have now.
Well, what happened is the East got in a groove, and Mike Fratello found a group which we'll probably see more of in the second half that played very well together.
English goes in a foul called. And you heard Jake O'Donnell, even with the great stars, having to slap them
Keep
on the
your
wrist.
mouth shut. Man,
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
man, you don't shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Talking about keep your mouth shut. Man, if the ref don't shut the fuck up.
Oh. No one likes
Who we
Charles.
talking
You know,
to
he had
like
a lot
that?
of things to say
Chuck.
earlier in the year about his
yeah.
teammates.
Man, Chuck, talk your
questioning
shit.
them,
Chuck.
were they dogs or not? And he felt they were at one point in the season. And you know, Charles, I don't think needs those things, but sometimes makes him think before he speaks.
Kareem hits the shot. Barkley was fined $3,000.
And that'll hurt.
8-point lead East. McHale posting up against Kareem. He is the center on this team. Well, I guess Moses still is, but he'll post up like a center. Trying to cut it to 6. Magic all the way in. Against McHale behind him. And Karl Malone.
Yeah, they
Now,
all over that
fingers.
glass.
Well, without Karl Malone, they'd be in serious trouble, the West, and be down, well, maybe 12, 14 points because he's just pounded the offensive glass and got out and run so well in the fast breaking game.
He's got 7 rebounds, does Karl Malone. Ainge using a McHale screen. Now with a 58-52 game, the West.
Damn, Magic in and out. I see you, Magic. Kareem, yes.
Kareem cuts the lead to 4.
He looks like he wants to win that MVP trophy today.
He's never won one. Isaiah Thomas off the mark.
Isaiah ain't been making shit. Here he go
West has
again.
won 2 of the last 3, but the East
Oh.
leads overall. Ainge
Let's
saves
save
it to McHale
Ainge.
to Thomas.
Come on, IT. What you
Good
finna do,
decision by
man?
Isaiah. He was outnumbered with Lever and Jabbar back there defensively.
McHale fouled with 21 seconds remaining in the first half. First-time All-Star coach Mike Fratello. 40 years old. What a phenomenal athlete in any sport.
You know, the thing about him, he's always, every time it seems like we do a game, it's a new record he's establishing. You know, and the records like the scoring and the amount of games and the amount of years that he will participate in this sport, no one will ever surpass it. Magic Johnson had the greatest quote, I think, about him. He said, of all the people I know, I respect Jabbar more than anyone because of the pride this man has in whatever he does.
20 seconds remaining in the first half. The East with a 6-point lead, and the West playing for that last shot. And it's last touched by the East, and 10 seconds remain.
Look for Magic getting the basketball.
Kareem with a long sky hook with 6 seconds to go.
Behind the back.
Charles Barkley all the way. No basket. He turned it over with 1 second to go. He wasn't going to pass to anyone. Magic, Dollar. Ooh, that's the end of the first half with the score. The E5 that we think these coaches will go to at the end.
I think we'll see that combination that they like.
All right, second half, let's get it.
In the middle of the fourth period, when they'll go to their strength trying to win this ball game.
All right, the same 5 who started the game for the East in there, and a loop. Isaiah Thomas to Dominique Wilkins starts it off.
There we go,
The East
Isaiah.
scoring early. So the same people who started for both sides are on the floor now. Lever and Magic for the West. Lever is fouled. Elijah Wan, Karl Malone, and Alex English up front, and English will shoot.
Foul on Michael Jordan. That's his third.
Midwest Division, we talked a little bit about Denver. Dallas has lost 4 in a row, and Houston 2.5 behind. That's a terrific race. Next to the Central, that's the best race.
And I can see
Man, the
this
Kings
Houston
still
Rocket
sorry.
getting better and better as the season goes on. With the
Kings look
acquisitions
just
we
like
talked
that right
about,
now.
With Joe B. Carroll joining this ball club, and Floyd,
Lafayette,
you know, with a little
Lafayette.
time, they'll develop that chemistry, and I think that they will give the Lakers a run for their money.
Michael Jordan, by the way, has picked up his 3rd personal foul. Lever made 1 out of English made.
There we
Isaiah
go,
Thomas
T.
coming back, and it's 64-55. Lever in the lane gets the roll, so Lafayette Lever now with 13 points and the high scorer for the West.
Well, right away, the last 2 plays for the West, we see
You
English
at home,
hitting
too.
Lever, 2 teammates that know how each other's
Oh,
going to
my
react
God, bro.
when the pass is made.
Pat Riley said, look, if you guys are in trouble, just look for those people because they don't have any plays anyway when they play for the Denver Nuggets.
They run that passing game.
Tough to play, too, those teams. Karl Malone gets the basket and the foul, and Karl Malone is going to be a force if the West is going to win this game. He'll have to be in there.
Here's Larry Bird trying to overplay the passing lane and not allow Karl Malone to get that good position, but the key was that excellent pass by Lever to the open hand.
Personal fouls on the West. Elijah Wan has 3, the only player with 3. Malone missed the free toss. Moses Malone knocked away, but it's still East ball. Larry Bird with 2 points in the ball game. And 1 assist. It's been a quiet first half for him. Jordan.
Woo!
20 points for Jordan.
That was smooth.
They'll call it on Wilkins.
Foul on Dominique Wilkins. His second, 13th foul.
Tough defense by Isaiah Thomas, now telling Lever, go in and shoot. Jordan doubles on Akeem. Off balance, Bird was in his way. Good defense by Bird. 5-on-2 break. And Bird tried to save it, but he did into the hands of English. Jordan with another steal, and it's 4-0.
That's 2 assists in this game for Moses. That's above his seasonal average.
Or maybe season total. I don't know. 9-point lead for the Eastern Stars.
We see the adjustment defensively that the East has made. They're looking to come back in and double team anytime Akeem is ready to put the ball on the floor.
Is this game going the way you thought with the isolation for the East and the West with the physical matchups?
It has in that regard, but I thought that the players would have a better offensive
Hey,
edge.
Chet, I got a question.
Wilkins.
Have James Worthy ever played in a dunk competition? Like a dunk contest?
Oh, coming the other way.
He should have, if he didn't.
And the basket counts and a foul. Magic Johnson only his 4th point of the ball game. And a chance, though, if he makes the free throw, to cut the East lead to 6.
Did you notice, well, here we'll see Jordan Steele anticipating Karl Malone's pass. Now, where the mistake was is Karl Malone shouldn't have been putting the ball on the floor. He should have gotten it to Magic earlier. But that last play, Magic has the court awareness to even look back over his shoulder before he shoots the basketball.
Lead is 6. Lever defending Jordan.
Ooh, shit.
2 for Michael Jordan now.
That boy on fire right now.
His Lever played excellent
Oh,
defense.
okay, Magic.
Elijah Wan misses. Bird the rebound.
Here go Bird.
3-on-1 now. Wilkins.
Ah,
Moses, the best offensive
nice.
rebounder, plays patty cake and gets the basket.
Well, right now, the West has got to regroup.
That's one way to start.
It sure is, because what's happening is the East has been able to get the ball off the defensive boards and outnumber in transition the West team.
That was Karl Malone, who has 14 points. Off the screen, Larry Bird, and they'll call it on Karl. It's great to see new players in the NBA make the All-Star team. People like Malone, Karl Malone, Xavier McDaniel. And Larry Bird is one of 5 players who have never missed an All-Star game in his career. 9 times, 9 stars.
And those 7 players before the game, as all the other players do, what they do is they pass around programs and they collect the autographs. And they take that home, and it's something they'll always cherish.
I guess they're kids, huh?
That's exact. Kids making a few bucks playing a man's game here.
East has upped the lead to 10, matching their biggest lead of the ball game. With 8.5 to play in the third, Lafayette Lever, he's been the best outside shooter. It's been Lever, Elijah Wan, and Karl Malone for just about all the scoring for the West Stars today. Bird goes for 3. Malone keeps it alive.
I see you, Moses.
Michael Jordan. And Wilkins on the other end. 19 for Dominique. Magic. Where did it go?
Hey, good save.
Crowd loves the dexterity here. Fake passes, no-look passes, double passes, you name it.
They're having fun out here.
Yeah, they are.
And they know the coach isn't going to yell at them for doing it.
3 seconds
Fuck
on
them
the
coaches.
shot clock. And
I
they
care
don't
what
get
the
it
coaches
off in
say.
time, the 24-second
Fuck them
violation.
coaches.
And there is James Jordan and Mrs. Jordan. Michael's parents are here. Bill Russell yesterday said to James Jordan, your son is a better man than he is a basketball player, and that made James Jordan feel awfully warm inside.
Well, you know, that had to, and it's a lot of credit to them as parents that they forced this young man to realize there is life besides basketball.
Yeah.
You know what they think of his basketball skills, and Bill Russell wanted to pay that comment about Michael Jordan the man as Brad Daugherty comes back in, and there is Bill Russell, who will be back next year as coach of Sacramento.
Looks a little older, though, since he's got into coaching.
Bill Russell, man.
You know what'll do that? 14 and 29.
Every time.
Good pass, Karl Malone. Gets it into Alex English. I'm impressed with Karl Malone.
As being a rookie playing in this ball game.
Michael Jordan.
it is truly exceptional because you're nervous. You just want to fit in and just enjoy the experience.
Magic Johnson is enjoying this basket and a foul. Great passing by the West, trying to come back in this ball game with 6:43 to go in the third. And it's an 8-point game. Beneficiary, Alex England. The scene at Chicago Stadium. This is the second All-Star game. The first one here was in 1973. The final score in that game, Bill, was 104-84 in favor of the East. I don't think we will see a low-score point total combined since 1954 All-Star game. So that was an unusual situation.
Yes, we'll pass that probably by the end of the third period.
Johnson has the three-point situation, and let's check the lineups. Isaiah Thomas and Danny Ainge, the guards for the East. Wilkins, Bird, and Brad Doherty up front for the Eastern Stars. Karl Malone still in there with Olajuwon. Magic with the ball. Lieber and Xavier McDaniel is in. Hakeem stays in bounds. Oh, so strong.
You know, I just sit here in amazement of what Magic Johnson has the ability to see on a basketball court.
Who did Hakeem?
9 other players.
I got a question. Who did Hakeem play in 94 and 95? He played Shaq and swept Shaq. Who was it he played? Was it the Knicks? 94 finals. Right. Rockets defeated the Knicks. Oh, damn, Pat. Oh, damn, Pat.
McDaniel, and it's now a 78-75 game with 5:45 remaining in the third period. So the West coming back. Magic sparking them. Wilkins, and they'll count the basket goaltending. Paul McKeskey. So there are players who admire their peers, and Paul McKeskey of the Bucks is one of them.
The problem is the lights have gone out on the scoreboard, so they're trying to get that all squared away.
Not with the numbers and the total, but that message area there.
As long as the light is over the basket so the players can see the hoop, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
Alvin Robertson and Doc Rivers getting set to come in for their respective teams. Hakeem turned around and missed the pass from Magic Johnson. Those things will happen in a game like this. 5-point lead for the East. Thomas, the only Piston. Ainge to his teammate Larry Bird.
Well, you saw how the defense was so concerned with Ainge in that three-pointer, it allowed him to penetrate and then find Bird.
Bird has 6 points on only 2 for 9 shooting. McDaniel facing the hoop, double team. Good passing by the West, but Lieber can't connect. Good pass from Bird. Wilkins. Thomas behind the back.
Hey.
Dominique. What a play by both of them.
They low-key fouling.
Thomas.
Isn't that beautiful?
Magic with a hook shot.
Magic Johnson.
You know, it's almost like, well, you guys think that was good? Watch this.
They'll be talking about this in
Magic
summer.
different.
Both of those guys.
Yeah, comparing notes.
4:20 to go in the third.
The East is a little out of sync with their set offense.
Good pass.
5
Hey.
on the shot clock. Wilkins
Yes.
with a basket. 2 big baskets by Dominique Wilkins, and again the East is up by 9. Magic will go and shoot a pair.
And watch the ball movement here by the East. Isaiah finding Dominique going to the hoop.
Penalty.
Makes it a lot of fun for everyone when they make that extra pass.
Isaiah Thomas and Larry Bird are on the bench. McHale Rivers and Barkley have come in the ball game for the East Stars. Mark Aguirre has checked in for the West. He just got married last night, representing the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, the other thing that's tough for these guys coming off the bench, they're used to starting. They're not used to sitting over there on the sidelines and now have to get themselves mentally prepared coming off the bench. So it's a new experience for a lot of these players.
Danny Ainge misses. And it's going to be Wes Saul, and you know, also to get warm in a hurry after you've been cold sitting.
The key is, though, you're not going to get warm. You have to have yourself mentally ready to come into the game, to get a feeling of the flow of the ball game, who you're going to be matched up against, what's going well for your team and what's not.
4 points.
Robertson and Drexler with McDaniel, Kareem, and Aguirre. They isolate Aguirre, then triple team him, and it worked. Or did it? Rivers ahead to McHale, but he led him too much.
Well, Xavier looks like a rookie in an all-star game. He's 0 for 8 now in this ball game.
Well, one of the guys who went to the bench with Isaiah and Bird was Dominique Wilkins, who has scored 12 points this period to keep the
7-point
East in
game.
front.
3 minutes in the third.
Magic Johnson at the buzzer hit that fall-away shot. I just hope we have a game like that Sunday.
Why not? As the Celtics will try to do one to others, huh? Win in the Forum.
It's no such thing as a home court advantage with those two teams.
Loose ball picked up by Danny Ainge, and he is pushed into the stanchion, and not lightly, I might add.
The one thing I'm sure Casey Jones, back in Boston watching this game, had to hold his breath watching Danny Ainge hit the floor. One thing you don't want to see happen in an all-star game is someone getting hurt.
Aguirre picked up his third foul. If the West is going to make any run, now's the time, because Wilkins and Jordan are on the bench, and they have more than half of the East point total.
Just doing too fucking much. Just chill, bro.
Ainge for 3.
Oh, yeah, Ainge. Get back at his ass.
The record with 23 in a row and a bad pass. Turns it over back to the East. And the East, with a 10-point lead, can establish their biggest lead of the game if they score here. 2:42 remaining in the third period. Doc Rivers traveled, didn't have control of it.
That boy got charged that phone up.
Cheeks and Malone, former teammates. Teammates today. Doherty defending against Kareem.
Loose ball foul.
And a loose ball foul against Alvin Robertson. The West has 3 team fouls, the East in the penalty, and there's Magic, and the West will need Magic and Karl Malone in the fourth period to make another run here, I would think.
They do, and this group out there is a very small group for the West. Tallest player besides Kareem is about 6'6", so they could get hurt inside.
And that's where the East goes, and that's where Doherty hurts them. Brad Doherty. And it's 91-79 to the biggest lead of the game right now by the East as we wind down to 2 minutes to go in the third. But Mark Aguirre comes right back at you.
2 minutes left in the quarter.
Hey.
Doherty
Brad Doherty
gets 2. I like this Cleveland Cavalier team coming up with Doherty at center and a lot of good young players.
Well, Mike Fratello does too, because the last day Cleveland beat the Boston Celtics to allow Mike Fratello to represent the East as the coach.
You ought to send them a bunch of flowers or something.
Well, he told Brad Doherty, you can play as long as you would like, and we'll run any play for you.
Minute and a half to go. And we've gone up and down a couple of times without a point, and it's going to be West Ball, commissioner of the NBA, and what a grand job he has done. David Stern. Players respect the work he's done. Aguirre, air ball on a 3 attempt, and Drexler comes back.
You know, I've watched Clyde Drexler. Here's a guy that last year, one area of his game that was questionable was shooting. He spent the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe in a gym working and perfecting his jump shot. That's why he's an all-star. Complacency is not a word in their vocabulary.
Danny Ainge has hit his second 3-point shot of the ball game, and the East is up by 13. Under a minute to play. McGuire getting into the swing of things with his second basket. And Rivers is
Mark
fouled.
is a
We saw
very
David
underrated
Stern
player,
a few
man.
moments ago, the commissioner. And as we take a look at this replay, we're going to look at inside rebounding here. But, you know,
yeah, Clyde Drexler
Ha,
just sneaks
he
in and
brought
gets
this.
that offensive rebound.
Larry Fleischer's done a terrific job. We covered the story of the labor negotiations, and whatever, you know, machinations are going on now, I'm just confident that the intelligence of both parties will somehow solve the impasse that they have.
No question. I think that both parties have the interest of the game. Number one is their number one concern. And there's never been a strike. And I think that they'll sit down and they'll resolve this, and we won't have any interruptions in professional basketball.
I got a lot of respect for the commissioner, the owners, the players, and their representatives.
Well, right now, the great thing is it's a great situation. The players are doing well, the owners, the league, everything is good right now in basketball, and you'd hate to see it interrupted. You know, there's Mike Fratello sitting over there. I think one thing they should do is they should rotate the coaches for the All-Star game, because it's such a great thrill and honor to participate in this as a coach. You know, why not give everyone an opportunity? Let's not have it the Pat Riley show, you know, every year of the West. And in most cases, it's been Casey Jones. Let the other guys get in here. Maybe the home team, like here we are in Chicago. Let Doug Collins be the host for the East, and then select someone from the West.
Not a bad idea, or at least if it isn't the team that's in first place, if their coach went the year before, maybe go to the second place team. But it's such a situation where other people have an opportunity, because Mike Fratello's having a ball.
I gotta watch some Kareem.
Again, you know,
I'm
these
curious,
are things,
especially
not only
Bucks
do the
Kareem.
players think this is such a great deal, but the coaches do. To have the opportunity to sit there instead of preparing against Larry Bird, you're trying to run plays for Larry Bird.
Drexler guarding Rivers. Brad Daugherty hits with 13 seconds to
That's a
go.
good shot.
99-87, a 12-point lead. McGuire draws the foul inside. If you joined us late, the West had the lead in the first half. They were up by 8 points at one time. And it wasn't until late in the second period that the East took the lead for the first time. But they were sparked by
early,
Jordan
y'all.
and Wilkins. They went on a tear.
It's super
And have
early.
maintained the lead. As much as 13, McGuire will try to knock it down now to 10.
Ball is in play. I got it, Jake.
McGuire has a new wife, a new attitude, self-examination during the offseason, and newfound respect, I think.
Yeah, and the Dallas Mavericks have been struggling the last week, 10 days of the season. But I saw John McLeod. He just said, hey, you know, we're a little tired, a little drained, and there's something to be expected during the course of this long season.
5 seconds, and the West playing tough defense.
Travel.
And traveling against Barkley with 2 seconds remaining in this period.
Mark, backcourt. Fly, you can throw it back.
McGuire will inbound to try to cut the lead to 8.
That's Kareem's spot, the three-pointer.
Oh, he was close as
And it
hell.
Hit off. They're going to count the basket. The basket will count, and it will be
Hey.
a shot. And Kareem breaks the record. The most points in All-Star history.
Wait, hold on.
A three-point shot here.
Yo, All-Star stats. I get it. It can count towards your career. But I've heard, like, in my generation that some All-Star, was it All-Star game? Or is it a play-in game? I know play-in game don't count towards, like, I think it's play-in. But I could have sworn, like, All-Star games didn't count towards your stats. Maybe it do. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know for sure that play-in, that final play-in championship game don't count at all.
What a way to do it.
Not play-in, in-season tournament shit. Not playing in-season tournament. Yeah, that. Man, that's why the league. Look what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an in-season tournament and the play-in. What happened to just 1 through 8th, bruh?
It counts, and that's the end of the third period. What a play with the score. The East 99, the West 91. They gave them just 2. And we'll return to Chicago after this word from your...
I'm gonna tell you what happened from to 1 through 8. It died because Adam Silver invented this in-season tournament and this play-in. I hate the play-in. I hate the idea of it. I hate it. Like 7 to 8 seed used to mean something. It don't even mean nothing no more. If you gotta, if you know what I'm saying? That's whack. Eighth seed literally can go to the finals. I think that Knicks team with Latrell Sprewell, I think they was eighth seed during the NBA lockout in '99 with Timmy D, and I think they went to the finals. I think they was the eighth seed. So it's just crazy, bruh. Like eighth seeds got to compete now. What? That's crazy.
That's what you thought it was after 3, and that's what it is right now. Dick Stockton and Bill Cunningham, the final 12 minutes of this 38th All-Star game, barring OT. Brad Daugherty, defended by Aguirre, has good in. And Worthy in the ball game. Double team, foul.
Very interesting looking at the East front line. You have Brad Daugherty, Charles Barkley, and Moses Malone. Do you realize they very easily could be teammates today in Philadelphia?
Yes, and Harold Katz, of course, may be thinking the same thing right now, the owner of the Sixers.
I'm sure he'll call me about it, too.
They traded Moses Malone. They traded away the #1 pick that became Daugherty. And Barkley, of course, is on the 76ers. How true that would be. Doc Rivers with the free throws, and it's 101-91.
Now, for the West, with this small lineup they have in there, they're going to have to do it with their quickness. They're going to have to be aggressive, create some turnovers, get out and run.
Turnover, Drexler lost the ball. Alvin Robertson in the backcourt defending. Dwyer, Worthy, and Donaldson are the 3 front court men for the West. Daugherty with a sky hook of his own. He's got 10 points off the bench. Another good-looking first-year All-Star playing well today.
Now, he and Karl Malone are just playing like they've been here for the last 7 years.
Alvin Robertson. Donaldson. Foul. James Donaldson is the only lefty in this game. A vanishing breed. I don't know. You know, Larry Bird and Danny Ainge, right left-handed. And he's the only left-handed shooter in the ball game. Now, I know Bill Russell was a great left-handed shooter. Can you think of any others?
You amaze me, the homework you do for these games.
Wow. What about you, Bill? You're a lefty kid. You're a southpaw.
That's why I'm sitting with you.
Donaldson replaced Steve Johnson. It's unusual to have just one left-hander in a game like this. Here's Johnson. Early here in the final period, 103-93. Ainge around the screen. Akeem, the rebound, and a foul by Barkley.
And Charles Barkley just doesn't appear that he has his head in this ball game for whatever reason.
Yeah. It's kind of on and off. But I think the East still winning, though.
Daugherty defending against Olajuwon with a long shot and a foul by Brad.
Foul on Brad Daugherty.
Rolando Blackman last year, remember the look on his face when he hit those key free throws down the stretch to send the game into overtime. Larry Bird has had an unusual game for him, just 6 points. And Olajuwon is on the line. The only player on either side who has not scored in the game is Maurice Cheeks.
Well, Maurice Cheeks went to Mike Fratello and said, you know, I'm not feeling well. I got a bad shoulder, and I'd just like to make an appearance, and that'd be more than enough for me. And that's why we won't see Maurice Cheeks any longer tonight.
I respect that. I respect that.
9-point lead for the East. And they have the ball.
And again, the West has got to get themselves going defensively and get to the open court, and we know what Magic can do there.
Brad Daugherty with a great spin move baseline. And, you know, the East is maintaining the lead without Jordan and Wilkins. Magic gets another opportunity, and he loses it. And Jordan's going to come back in the ball game. He's at the scorer's table. Ainge. That's his third three-point bomb of the ball game.
I think Larry Bird was more excited seeing Ainge hit that than Danny Ainge.
James Worthy. And the West is just having trouble shooting. And Jordan will come back in the ball game. He already has 24. The East has the lead when Billy and I come back to Chicago Stadium.
Don't you get something out of all these pieces being done, which are beautiful about the players, is that you have to sacrifice something to get to where they are today. You know, being in the gym till midnight and all the hard work that goes into this to become these great players.
14-point lead for the East Stars. Kick ball and a new clock. Worthy and Magic. 2 Lakers in there. Magic off balance. Didn't get the foul or any of the iron. Doc Rivers fouled as he goes to the hoop. Billy, at this point, we're getting down, of course, to the crunch of the game in the 4th period. And what everyone looks forward to, the most
Tom
valuable
Chapers
player
1-1.
award. This is the group of the last 7. Isaiah
Ralph
Thomas
Sampson
won in
was
84
hard.
and 86 and 3 times a charm. This would be his year. But right now, Isaiah Thomas has scored only 8 points and would not be a candidate for it. We know the obvious right now.
Right, you know, and if you look at the East, who's winning this game right now by 14, you'd have to say it's either Michael Jordan or Dominique Wilkins. And if Larry Bird has anything to do with it, he says he'd like to see Michael Jordan win it.
That would be poetic justice on this kind of weekend. Drexler and the basket counts. Great play by
Good
Drexler.
shit.
And they credit the basket to Elijah Wan, who has 17 to lead the West Stars. As far as the West MVP, they come back. It could be anybody. Jordan has a shot blocked by Donaldson.
Oh, yeah.
Drexler, foul inside.
Oh,
At
man.
the
They
conclusion
got
of the
Clyde
game,
going.
Billy Cunningham and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game, and in conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $5,000 in the player's name to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. Brad Doherty goes out having scored 12 and looking mighty good out there, replaced by
Brad
Patrick
looked good
Hill.
out there.
You know, these two coaches, Pat Riley and Mike Fratello, would love to have the options they have as coaches for the All-Star game. You know, they can go with a small lineup, a big lineup, quickness, strength. And right now we see both teams are going to a big lineup up front.
8:45 remaining, 4th period. Malone double team. It looks like Drexler, who takes the ball away from Jordan, cut off the baseline and made a good move.
Now, right now, Michael Jordan or any player out there in the court that thinks he has a chance for the MVP has got to be very cautious that he doesn't try to force some things.
Isn't that something? So Michael Jordan had the ball taken away and he missed the stuff shot.
Well, he didn't know where he was on the court when he received the pass from Bird, and all of a sudden he looked up and there he was underneath the basket. So the last 3 times Jordan has handled the ball, it's either been a turnover or a missed shot.
Isaiah Thomas is in now.
Now here's that pass going to Michael Jordan, and he looks behind him. He did know where he was. The ball slipped out of his hands.
Wilkins will be coming back too. Magic misses a 3, and Bird has the rebound. Isaiah Thomas, 2-time MVP. To Bird, to Malone.
That's a great pass, man.
And Malone will go to the line and shoot, so the
God
strength of the
damn,
East
Bird.
team becoming apparent here. Karl Malone comes back in the game for the West. Anytime the West has made any kind of a run, including that first half lead, Malone has been the spearhead. Donaldson leads.
And the West has plenty of time to get back in this ball game. Even if Moses Malone hits these 2 foul shots, they're down 13 points. And in a game like this where it's up and down and a lot of pressure, a couple of missed shots and bam, there you are, right back in the ball game.
There's Lever, and of course these games can change complexion in a hurry, but Pat Riley now wants the right combination now.
Both coaches want that right combination.
Worthy. So Worthy and Magic, 2 Lakers, with Karl Malone, who has played well, and Elijah Wan and Lever. This is the best 5, I think, that the West team has had.
Well, those are the decisions the coach makes during the course of the game.
Ewing almost made a circus play, and then Moses Malone, the ultimate offensive rebounder, gets fouled.
That's Moses' trademark. Get to the offensive glass, and he always believes that he could wear down the opposition in that fourth period if he does it all throughout the game.
Karl Malone has 4 personal fouls. We'll watch that. Michael Jordan has 4 for the East. A 12-point lead for the Eastern Stars. 7:20 as you see remaining. Timeout stored, plenty of them. Worthy off the screen.
I think Ewing wanted that rebound.
Hell yeah, he
Isaiah
did.
Thomas inside, no white jerseys there. Magic to resounding play by the mailman on a great pass.
There's an
Great
example.
pass.
If you're a lead guard at any level, the first thing you do when you get the pass is you have to
God
look
damn,
up, see
Magic,
if there's
bro.
anybody at the other end open.
Timeout called by Mike Fratello. Karl Malone has 16. Elijah Wan leads
Let me
with
see that
17.
again.
And what a thundering play this was.
Commissioner is in favor of this. The Rules Committee also, and I think they will recommend this to the Board of Governors. And I believe, speaking to the Commissioner, that this will become a reality next year in the NBA, and it's a big plus.
Dominique Wilkins hits the shot. Do you think the more fouls will be called as a result?
No, it might limit fouls because that third official, the players will be aware of it, and they might not try certain things that they've tried in the past.
Hey.
Again, and Akeem Olajuwon. So the lob has worked 2 times for the West.
We'll see that next week with Magic throwing that to Kareem.
And now the East turns the ball over. Magic, by the way, with 12 assists in the game.
Oh.
Karl Malone is fouled.
Damn, Magic got the moves, man.
Now here's Magic making that lob pass right there to Olajuwon. Now the reason that was so successful, though, is that Pat Riley was able to review that at the timeout and set that play up.
I ain't gonna
Karl
lie,
Malone with
Weirdo
an
is
outstanding
hooping.
game for the West All-Stars. Can cut the lead now to 8 with 6:09 remaining. And that's what he does, 114 to 106. Thomas and Jordan, the starting tandem, back out there now. Lever is all over Michael Jordan, picked up by Karl Malone on a switch, and Jordan gets
Oh,
the basket.
hell no.
He was going to get to that basket one way.
Dang, Mike.
Magic. Foul driving in inside the paint.
He just picks his way through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the 5th red shirt. Somehow he sneaks through there and is able to knock it in. Good roll with the rim.
Like a minefield in there.
He has great
That's
touch.
exactly what it looked like.
Magic Johnson checks the clock. He has 5:46 to go. Speaking of next week, we'll see Ainge and McHale. And Larry Bird is on the floor against the Lakers. Lakers-Celtics, 3:30 Sunday Eastern Time. Starting it out, the Great Daytona 500 at noon on CBS Sports. Push as Jordan got the pass from Bird and was pushed.
Well, we see what Larry Bird said, that he's going to look for Michael Jordan because he feels it's appropriate. This is Michael's hometown, that he should be MVP. The last time down, he was the one that set the screen to allow Jordan to go to the basket. This time, that ball's in Bird's hand. He looks for Jordan going back door for the layup.
Looks like Larry Bird and Magic are both taking over the mantle of Julius Erving as ambassadors of this game.
Well, I can't think of anybody that has done a better job representing basketball than Julius Erving, so it's a great one for them to follow in the footsteps of.
10-point lead for the East. Lever. Jordan. Showtime.
Hey.
It was Ewing that got the ball to him. Malone. Blocked by Ewing. Dominique with Jordan. And Magic comes back.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
And they go back the other way.
Dang.
Crowd loving every minute of it. Traveling.
Boy, they is moving.
But the crowd enjoys it, and so do the players.
I like it. Them stars in the game.
You said I walked? No way.
10-point lead for the East, 120 to 110. Follows up Isaiah.
Well,
Timeout.
Mike is in his Duffy, boy. He's so athletic. He in his Duffy for sure. Hey.
Open court, just watch his eyes. How he just finds Olajuwon. Looks
No
like a
cap.
lead blocker there in football. And
That
now
boy
watch
Magic a
Patrick
wizard.
Ewing going up off the glass, getting the rebound, and making that outlet pass to Jordan. That's the Patrick Ewing everyone expected to see in New York when he came out of Georgetown.
Easy
And
layup.
they're getting it now.
And that's the kind of action that Patrick Ewing hopes to give the Knicks, teaming with Mark Jackson. He said, I never thought that we would have such great communication that fast, but it's worked for those two with the Knicks. Michael Jordan has scored 8 points in the last minute and a half. He has 32 in the game, and now nearly made another steal. English scores with nearly 4 minutes remaining. Pat Riley will try to pull something out here with his team down by 10. Wilkins posting up against English. Knocked away East possession.
7 seconds left on the 24-second clock. So they'll have to get it in and get a quick shot.
Wilkins off the screen, wide open. 29 for Wilkins. Jordan has 32. They went head-to-head for the slam dunk title, and it looks like they're doing the same for the MVP award today. Hakeem a little too hard off the glass. Steal by Lieber. And unable to handle it is Olajuwon, and the chances of a West comeback are slipping away. Ewing from Thomas. The lead is 14. Karl Malone now with 20 in the game, trailing Olajuwon, the West leader with 21.
Now here's Bird looking for. He was trying to direct Jordan to receive a pass.
Great pass from Isaiah Thomas. Couldn't do it off the glass. Malone on the wing.
What the? Bro, Magic just do another crazy pass.
2:48 on the clock, and Mike Fratello will try to go 1-0 as an all-star coach.
There's a great pass to Ewing.
Magic for 3.
Oh!
You don't see
That would have
in a
been
regular
tough.
game.
You think Chuck Daly wouldn't be up off
I like the
bench in
idea,
Detroit
T.
if he saw one of those?
He messed his hair up. Olajuwon fighting. Lieber with 2:18 remaining.
Now what the East has to do is have good patience offensively, use a little bit of the clock, and they'll just do the exact opposite of what I just said.
West needs a lot of points in a hurry. Karl Malone, now the leading scorer for the West with 22.
Yeah, might want to call that timeout.
Mike Fratello. The East leads the series 24-13 and in front with 2 minutes to go.
And look at Isaiah bouncing this ball. He anticipated Dominique getting there, but it's just a little too high.
Yeah.
1:53 on the clock. Michael Jordan gets the basket. He's got 34 points and is just about had that
34.
seal on the MVP award here.
So it's been a pretty good weekend for Michael Jordan.
Magic's basket good, and a foul as well.
Man,
with
Mike probably could
1:43
have dropped
to go,
50 in
and the
this
lead is
game.
10.
Now call Michael Jordan his
The
fifth.
Laker Brain Trust, Randy Funn to the right and Bill Burtka, and Pat Riley sitting down. A three-point play, and it's a 9-point game.
Now that last timeout was called by Mike Fratello because he was just a little upset how quickly they were shooting the basketball, not using any of that 24-second clock.
English guarding Wilkins. Aguirre gets the rebound, and they can cut it to 7, but a loose ball, and
Good
Jordan
D, Mike.
winds up with it. Ewing. And that may do it.
Yeah, that might seal the deal. Oh.
Even if he
Boy,
missed,
Magic
that was
will
a
be
great
balling
push.
today. Cap.
No
He will
look
be
pass.
balling
Wilkins.
today. Oh my goodness.
11-point lead.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Money Magic.
Putting on today.
That was his wedding present to Mark Aguirre. You know, when these guys go back to their teams, first thing that their teammates are going to say, well, what was it like playing with Magic Johnson? What was it like playing with Isaiah Thomas?
Oh, he traveled.
And they're just, it's going to be a real thrill
IT
for these
low-key
guys to
traveled.
express it to their teammates as well.
His fourth penalty.
Now there's that pass by Jordan. Everybody's got that look-away pass today.
And the other end. Magic with 14 assists today. But Michael Jordan is the man of the hour. And they want Kareem to go back in and get the All-Star record. He needs 2 points. Karl Malone goes out.
It's got to make Kareem feel good. You know, the fans know he needs 2 points, and to see that type of support.
Yeah, and they cheering him on.
And a timeout called by the West with 52 seconds to go. But the West is huddled around Pat Riley, and you wonder whether Riley called timeout to set up a play for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And you know, you say, well, next year he'll get the 2 points, but you never know what happens in the game. What if he does, you know, what if he has an unfortunate injury, doesn't play? Let him get the points now and establish the All-Star mark.
And that's the reason he's missed 2 All-Star games. He did injure his hand 1 year in Milwaukee, so Pat Riley wants to make sure this is it, and I would expect Ewing to let him get it.
Yeah, he
Isn't that
did.
great?
That's
Smile
cool,
on the
though.
face of Pat Riley, and Kareem sets the All-Star scoring mark. Jordan,
That's cool.
38 points.
They can let Kareem get a record because they let LeBron get all type of crazy ass shit. I done seen it all. They let Bam get 83 and hey, so
Billy,
Oh, what a way to end this ball game. It's been so much fun for us just sitting here watching these guys do these great creative things on the court.
40 points
that
for
jersey
Michael
nice.
Jordan. Here it is again.
Don't have to say a word about this. Just look at this.
Hey,
Aguirre was fouled at the other end.
40 points. Whoa. Nick, 40 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, 4 steals.
Michael Jordan
Boy,
has tied the All-Star record, or is 2 behind the All-Star record of 42 set by Wilt Chamberlain. He's got 40.
You know, the great thing is how Michael's teammates have tried to find him, to get him the basketball, as Isaiah did that last time. And there's another example. They wanted him to tie that record. Bird was just trying to throw him the ball.
Wilt Chamberlain had it 42. Michael Jordan will be satisfied,
it's like,
I'm sure, with 40.
yeah, Mike chilling. I get it,
The
but he
All-Star
low-key
Game's
chilling.
history. Who will be the MVP? And it'll be a great show, whoever it is. Jordan's parents are coming down.
But we get an interview.
The East wins, and we'll be back in Chicago in just a moment. Right now, let's go to Pat O'Brien at center court. Pat.
Thank you, Dick. Ladies and gentlemen, the player, the greatest player in the world today, has a Chicago address. His name is Michael Jordan, our MVP for the 38th annual All-Star Game. For the presentation, here's NBA Commissioner David Stern.
Michael, I know you enjoyed your weekend in a League of Stars and a Game of Stars. You were the star of stars. Congratulations on being the 1988 All-Star MVP.
It's your trophy. Go ahead. One more presentation. Bob Toledo from Miller Brewing
That's
Company.
it? My boy don't get to say nothing?
On behalf of the
Dang.
Miller Brewing Company and Miller Lite, congratulations for being selected the MVP. And on behalf and in your name, we're going to contribute $5,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Month. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bob. How was your weekend, Michael?
It was great. I think it started off well. I'd like to thank the NBA for bringing the All-Star game to the city of Chicago. I think the fans are great, and I think everybody in the NBA and fans from all over the United States can see how much I love to play in Chicago.
Your parents are behind you. Congratulations. Let's go back to you, Dick.
Man, I don't like how they did this. I get it, they asked him how his weekend was, but y'all, come on, man. They NBA always gotta make shit about them. I get it, it's their business. But I enjoyed that All Star game, man. We definitely finna get back into some more Michael Jordan. There's so much Michael Jordan shit I still ain't watched. It's your boy Cal. Drop some videos down in the comments and let me know how y'all felt about this All Star game, bro. Magic Johnson was throwing the dimes, bro. Mike went crazy though, man. He just the goat, bro. Like he's unstoppable, bro. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.